So today we're going to talk about aliens and how they existed, where they came from, where they at, where they coming from, and what's going on with them. Okay? So if I have any questions, I'll use my sticks, but I've already answered the questions. But I know sometimes y'all like to see the little clarifications. So I may just kind of keep that just a little tap during my storyline. So in the beginning, Enoch and Morning Star created Earth, and God did not like what they've created. It was mass destruction. Morning Star's people can come and go from heaven to earth. They had wings, they didn't have wings. They had souls out of their bodies, not inside their bodies. Like Enoch's had basically like Bigfoot's, but they couldn't go to heaven and earth. Between all these things, they were mixing races and other things created. So God was displeased. So he sent down Michael, the archangel as we know it, and they had a battle. And Morning Star is basically what we know as Lucifer. He died by the sword. He couldn't die. Like his wings fell off. He looked ugly, and now he's the leader of the great aliens. He lost his wings. He looks ugly. His soul is outside of his body. So he's not alive and he's not dead. Now he was once beautiful, okay, and he was almost equal to God. Like he was really powerful, equal to God. He can create. But unfortunately, his decisions and his creations rebelled against God and started having free will but doing different things. So when they were all battling during the time of that, Michael the archangel slayed, we call him Slay, but killed Morning Star, but he didn't die. Like I said, his wings fell off. He turned like a zombie. He's the leader of the great alien, so he looks like a great alien. Just more broad, more structure, like with more control. And his people basically went to Antarctica, beyond Antarctica. Some of his people live underwater. Some of the great aliens actually control the Bermuda Triangle. There's a triangle in Alaska. There is a smaller area by southwest of California. Just certain things that you may have heard about this subject. It's the great aliens, and they refer to them as Christians as demons, and Morning Star is referred to as Lucifer. Now we know that the Catholic Church made up Lucifer and the devil and hell to control people. That they're not real. So when us humans die, our soul goes into the spirit world, and we're there with Jesus Christ. I'm gonna make another video about that so y'all can learn about that. So some of you don't know, so when this stick hits my arm, I'm telling the full truth. If I'm not, it swings out as a no. So let's swing back to my arm, because I'm just going to tell the truth. Okay. So, okay. So during the Noah's flood, Enoch, which is another video I made, kind of confronted Morning Star as buddies. Look, God's about to flood the earth. You need to leave. Get your people out. If not, the city and all that's going to be destroyed. So when God flooded the earth, it also wiped out Atlantis. And the Ice Age happened, which kind of like froze everything like it was, like about, and created this ice barrier. But the governments out there doesn't want you to know what's beyond Antarctica. There's full civilizations out there. There's over 50 continents out there. This place is huge. There's a few United States government people and governments around the world, head leaders that go there. They go on boats, they go on planes, they go there. They meet up with these gray aliens. And gray aliens want control. Do they have control now? Yes. Are they in control of all the governments? So one world order that they... Okay, so basically it's one world order, and everything that you know about the corruption in Hollywood and the United States government and governments around the world, this is why. It's because they are the corruption. So telling you the story that you know in the Bible about demons, devils, those are the gray aliens. And that Lucifer is morning star, the devil, the temptator, temptator. I'm sorry if that's not even a word, but you know what I'm talking about. So, but it also, I said too about Enoch also tempting Jesus, but that's in another video. We'll get there another day. But just basically right now, they trying to do good. Is all of them trying to do good? I believe it when it happens. So when Michael slayed Morningstar, aka Lucifer, okay, he couldn't die. He couldn't die, or he was dead, but he's not alive and he's not dead. He's in between. And so him and his followers, okay, you're understanding the picture now? You're understanding the Bible stories? Because they're all fake. They're all metaphors and they all whatever. So anyway, they're all some from truth, but they're not telling you the full truth or the stories or what I'm telling you. And you're getting the, so like I said, so they're living there. And then you have Morningstar right now in between the Middle East and Australia, Sydney, Australia. And he's tempting the leaders over there. And then of course you have Enoch that's trying to do positive. But anyway, so this is why it's confusing, because if you're doing evil deeds now and trying to do good, anyway, so it's being said that in the future that all alien races are going to get with human races, which is us, and help us against our government or create some form of one world order, but in a powerful way. And since they're going to do it, that they're trying to win their way back with God. So it's the sins of the father. So because their father, ancestors, all the first one did wrong, all these bloodlines have to suffer. That's why I said sins of the father. So these current gray aliens, they got with our governor, president at the time, and shook his hand and made a plea, like, I can adopt your people, I can do this, visit us. But they were like, okay, well, you need to give us, since you're an advanced civilization, you need to give us, once you figure stuff out, you need to come to us. But in the meantime, you can adopt humans, you can do all this. You know the story, I don't have to go into that detail. So all that stuff is true. So now, there's been some form of rebellion with the aliens and UFOs. So, with the aliens, the gray aliens, reptilian aliens, the green aliens, the blue aliens, the black aliens. So there's other races too that I don't even know about yet, and they all over there. And soon they're gonna have a rebellion against their main leader, which I'm sure is Morningstar, because I don't know who the hell that's gonna be. They're gonna go I'm done. We're showing our faces. We're going to go with Americans and other governments and rise them up and free them. We are already free, but we having a bad government right now. Anyway, that's to come. It's going to start end of August of 2024. September, we're really going to know what's going on. But it's going to be a rise up in the Middle East. I said this in another video. Go watch that. But currently, this is what's going on with the aliens in UAP now. To clear the air. So it is true that there's good aliens, bad aliens, just like there's good humans and bad humans. But majority of the aliens, they're good. They're always good because they want to be in God's favor again. So we all know the story about Roswell, New Mexico, the alien crash. There was alien bodies. Alien bodies were brought to Area 51. We all know the story. All that's true. Now, from that, we started having cell phones. We started having communications devices, microwaves, my pacemaker, just random stuff, electronic devices from the advanced civilizations of ETs. So that's all true. Vaccines, some medications, again, that's all from them too. So like I said, they're trying to be in our good favor and be with God because the sins of the father. So again, in the other video, like I said, when they die, they turn to dust like the dinosaurs. They have no soul. Their soul is outside their body. And so since the rebellion with God, the fallen angels are actually aliens. Common sense. But I know you guys don't think that way because of what you've been told. Look, all religions on earth is considered in line with conservative people. And all religions are earthbound. Now I know Hindu, Buddha, all meditate and they're spiritual. But I didn't go there with the sticks yet. So I was born and raised Catholic. Since I'm a psychic medium, I consider it myself all religions. And I relate to each person based on their religion. But beyond that, I'm not earthbound. So anything that happens or think and feel, I'm beyond earth. I am more of a higher thinker. So I am out like in the outer zone, spiritual world, looking down. Because remember, it's in the Bible, even though most of it's fake. When a person dies, they go to heaven. Okay, so why are we only thinking what's going on earth? This is the present. That's not our future. That's our future. So what's going on is that the Catholic Church, the Protestant religions are all focused on earthbound. You know, they talk about sin, which is not real. They talk about the devil and Satan and hell. That's not real. You know, they want to control you. They want to have one mentality so they can have power and the money and the greed. So every time that you give money to a priest, to a pastor, that's money going to them. Do you understand this? So let's say, for example, you're a Catholic. I was sexually abused and raped from a Catholic priest, and it was hidden from the public because my parents did not want. We live in a small city, so they didn't want. I don't know what you call it. They just wanted to live their lives normally, and it's all about them. It was never about me and the child. You know how that goes. So I knew then that something was wrong. Because if you have a structure literally from God for God, and you have men and women doing this to children, we have a problem. So when you're in church every Sunday and you give a quarter, a penny, $50 million to your church, to your diocese, your pastor, whatever, do you understand that the money that you gave them is going to a lawyer to go against a child abuser? You cannot be that damn dumb. So when I tried to sue the Catholic Church for being sexually abused and raped, they had a lawyer paid by my father's grandparents, everybody in my church. I was like, wait, what? But I didn't think of that at the time. Well, where else are you going to get the money? They don't make money. They don't work because you give money to them so they don't have to work. Think about that every time you make a payment. Yes, some churches do good. They have food banks, they have charities, they help people get back on their feet. But look what else they also do. They also pay for lawyers to go against a child abuser. For a child abuser to go against the family or the child that they hurt. So that means that your money that you're giving not only goes to good, it goes to the bad. Think about that. There should never be any religion on this planet. We should learn what's right and wrong from our parents. And the main story that we need to remember, lessons learned, is here's the secret to life. Stay out of prison, stay out of jail. That's it. It's that simple. Don't steal, don't kill, you can commit adultery if you want to. It's a crime, but it's not jailable offense. Maybe in some countries. Just don't go to jail. Don't go to prison. That's the secrets to life. You have free will. You make decisions on your own. You go to work. You make money. You have a house. You have a wife or a husband. You have children or not children. You adopt. You foster care. They say live a righteous life. There's no such thing as sin. So no matter what you do, there's nothing to forgive. But remember, if you do the 10 Commandments, go against the 10 Commandments, against man-made laws, because that's exactly what the 10 Commandments is. It's man-made laws. Yeah, all about him, blah, blah, blah. He don't care. God is like a candle. Talk to it. Lick it. Do you think this object gives a shit what I do? And it's the same thing for God. God, there's no sin. And reason why I'm saying stay out of prison is because you have to realize that if you're in prison, you're there for life, and you're not enjoying what life can be outside of prison on this earth. Because even if you do something that goes against the 10 Commandments, only man-made laws that interfere your free will. Does that make sense? Okay. So you don't have to go to church every Sunday. You don't even have to believe in God. Now, here's the thing. You do have to believe in God in order to get, or know of God in order to get to the spirit world. If not, there's going to be an angel. I'm going to do this in another video. But briefly, there's going to be an archangel with wings. Very beautiful, a male, who's going to sit there and talk to you about God. And until you believe in God, then you get to go to the spirit world. And yes, it's true about the 2-week life review when you die. I'm going to get that into another video. But free will exists. Sin does not exist. Hell does not exist. Lucifer does not exist. Morning Star does exist. Enoch does exist. And because of our free will and what the past was, and what God created Adam and Eve for this earth and how we are today, interferes with Morning Star creatures and Enoch's creatures, which is Bigfoot and ETs. All three of us, humans, Bigfoot races, and alien races, 3. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Okay, anyway. We're all going to be one again in the spirit world. And when the earth is done with civilization, with life, with all 3 of us on it, we're going to be in the spirit world. And then where are we going to be after that? Back with God in where? In the main lustrous kingdom of heaven with God. Once again. Will it break up again? We have free will. But will we not have free will when we enter heaven because it's all about God? I can't answer that. No one can. So I'm explaining everything else to that, what I just said, in another video about heaven, the spirit world, what happens when we die, what happens before we die. That's all coming up. So that's what's going on with the great aliens. Have a great day.